Live from CBS4, this is your News Now.
IMPD now investigating two separate shootings that left one person dead and three others injured, where those investigations stand now. And two students taken into custody after guns are discovered at separate central Indiana schools. The concerns from police as these types of cases are on the rise.
And summer still on hold as temperatures at this hour have only climbed into the lower 70s, but a major pattern change is on tap. Looking to get back into the 90s. I'll have the timing ahead in your forecast.
Now at noon, IMPD is investigating an early morning shooting on the city's near northeast side. Police say it happened near East 34th Street and North Keystone Avenue. The victim was taken to a local hospital in a critical condition. There is no word yet on a possible suspect. If you have any information, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 317-262-TIPS. IMPD is investigating a triple shooting that left a man dead and two others hurt on the city's near west side. Officers responded to multiple calls for shots fired just before 7 p.m. on Lynn Street. Police say when they got there, they found two men who had been shot. One of them died. Police tell us the third man was taken to the hospital, and investigators are speaking with a person of interest. Homicide detectives are asking anyone with information to reach out. Two students have been arrested after guns were found inside of two central Indiana schools yesterday. One of the guns was at Frankfort High School. The other was at Arsenal Tech High School in Indianapolis. CBS4's Sierra Hignite has the details on how school officials were alerted about the firearms.
The students who brought the guns to school are 17 and 18 years old. Just in the last week, there have been 4 incidents in central Indiana area schools where students have brought a weapon into the school building. And that doesn't even include the incident happening at Frankfort High School yesterday. A school resource officer in Frankfort was alerted about the firearms during a fight in the school bathroom after they say an ammunition magazine fell out of a 17-year-old's backpack during the fight. After a search, a small caliber handgun was found. However, there was no ammunition found in the school or on the bus that the student rode that morning. The student was then taken to the juvenile detention facility where he was arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm on school property. At Arsenal Tech High School, police arrested 18-year-old Mandrell Ballard after investigators say he brought a loaded gun into the school. Police found the weapon on Ballard before the start of class on Thursday. IPS police have not said how the gun was found, only that the loaded handgun was located and a student was placed under arrest.
We've seen a number of incidents recently where juveniles are taking guns to schools. We haven't seen them being used, but we don't know when or if that could happen. And just having a firearm in a school is dangerous in and of itself.
In a statement, the superintendent of Frankfort Schools said in part, "We have types of critical incidents. Today was an example of how we responded in coordination with the police department to keep everyone safe." The 17-year-old Frankfort student has already been charged for his role in that incident. Ballard, however, is waiting to be charged by the Marion County prosecutor. Reporting, I'm Sierra Hignite, CBS4 News.
Well, it is closing weekend at the Indiana State Fair, and it feels like we've had at least 3 of the 4 seasons this weekend. So, Krista, for the weekend, which one will it be? A little summer, spring, fall?
We're going to get back into summer, but we're starting if we're going to include today. We're going to have a little bit of both. It's still more like fall today as temperatures have just climbed into the lower 70s. But if you're a fan of that summer heat, it is coming back, and it's coming back strong. It's beautiful out there this afternoon. You can see some of those fair weather cumulus clouds that have developed over central Indiana. That sunshine out there as well, just a little bit muted because we do have a little bit of that wildfire smoke overhead. But Live Guardian radar, it's nice and quiet and plan on it to stay that way for quite some time. We aren't looking at any rain in the forecast for many days ahead. We're into the lower 70s now, 71 in Indianapolis. We're still only at 69 in Lebanon and 68 in Richmond. We will see temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 70s this afternoon. That's still several degrees below average for this time of year, and a few more clouds passing through on into the afternoon hours as well. A little cool again tonight, still keeping that fall-like feel on into tomorrow morning, but we're going to heat right back up. Summer returns this weekend, and then it gets even hotter. We have a 90-degree stretch ahead, even the hottest air of the year so far in my forecast. All the details here in a few minutes. Cameron.
Krista, thank you. An Indianapolis mother is charged with neglect after her son accidentally took his own life. The deadly shooting took place in mid-April at the Amberwoods Apartments on the Far East Side. Police say 6-year-old Billy Mack II picked up a gun and shot himself inside of the family's home. He later died at the hospital. Now his mother, Monique Mack, has been arrested and charged. Last month, IMPD reported fatal and non-fatal accidental shootings had tripled this year compared to the same time in 2022. Police call those cases 100% preventable.
We need parents, we need adults to be responsible with firearms. We cannot have juveniles accidentally shooting themselves or others. These are tragedies that can be avoided.
Last month, IMPD partnered with the Sheriff's Office to give away free gun locks. Those locks are still available at any branch of the Indianapolis Public Library. 9 foster children have filed a class action lawsuit against the Department of Child Services. They say it is on behalf of the 11,000 children in Indiana's child welfare system. The lawsuit claims that the state failed to provide children in its custody with, quote, reasonable care and safety. The suit says that violates their rights. Governor Eric Holcomb is also named as a defendant. We've reached out to DCS and the governor for a response. We have yet to hear back. Well, CBS4 is your local election headquarters. A former state secretary of commerce is joining the race for governor. Brad Chambers filed that paperwork to run in the race next year. In a statement, Chambers says he has, quote, an ambitious vision for Indiana and wants to see the state succeed on economic progress. The Republican field for governor has already several big names inside of it, including Senator Mike Braun, current Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch, along with Curtis Hill, Eric Oden, and Jamie Reitnauer. In the Democratic Party, the race for governor includes Indiana Secretary of Education Jennifer McCormick and Bob Kern, along with candidate Donald Rainwater in the Libertarian Party. We'll break down the latest on the governor's race and bring you our experts in a panel coming up this weekend on In Focus. That's Sunday morning right here on CBS4. In the Colts Blue Zone today, the Colts are set to host the Bears tomorrow in the team's first preseason game of the year. CBS4's Justin Kolar breaks down what we can expect from the matchup.
Well, the Colts are looking ahead to their first home game of the preseason. They're hosting the Chicago Bears at 7 tomorrow night. Joining me with more on the team and a few players you're going to want to keep your eyes on, the voice of the Colts, Matt Taylor, and of course, Blue. Hey, there we are. We want to get things started here with a question I'm sure is on everyone's mind here. We have some beautiful weather coming in. Are we going to have that roof open or closed? Or are you privy to that knowledge?
I'm not privy to it, but I know if it's a nice day, good weather, no threat of rain, I think the roof, the good assumption is Saturday night, football's back, let's put the roof open.
Okay, another question here for you that I just have to ask. We saw those new uniforms, Indiana Knights.
Yeah.
This is going to be an evening game. Do you have any intel on that maybe seeing an appearance?
I don't think for a preseason game. I think those are slick. You're right. Those are really, really sharp. But I think there's special games in mind for those Indiana Night special jerseys later on in the regular season.
Something more to look forward to.
Indeed.
Well, let's start with quarterback Anthony Richardson. He's been named the starter for the season moving forward the whole year. How exciting is that? I know as the voice announcer here, you got to be starting to prepare the touchdown, when he scores here.
And no doubt about it. I mean, it's really, really exciting. I mean, just the things that he can do with the football in his hands. I mean, obviously, the combine measurables. I mean, there really is not a quarterback like him in terms of his athleticism. So the Colts are making this decision, for him to be the starting quarterback for the entire season because of his ceiling. He can turn into, and they think they're making the right move with Shane Steichen as his offensive coordinator and just get him a ton of reps. I love the timing of this with joint practices, preseason games, a lot of time on task going into the regular season.
Really exciting to see how he's going to develop. I know some of his players say that man is strong enough to lift a house. He looks very, very athletic. Let's talk about Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
Trying to get him back on the field, get back to 100%. What do you know about that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously right now, it's all about health. Chris Ballard earlier this week talked on Sirius XM, did a radio interview with them, and they got to get him 100% healthy. Last year missed 6 games with that ankle injury, had a procedure done in the offseason, kind of a nagging thing. It's still not fully healed. So quite simply, the expectation is for Jonathan Taylor to come off of PUP, that's the physically unable to perform list. When he's able to come off of that, the expectation is for him to be practicing with this team. We all know just how much of a dynamic player he can be at the running back spot.
Kind of like the quarterback position, this team is young. It's exciting. There's a lot to look forward to, a lot of growth that we're expecting this season. So you definitely don't want to miss any of that action out there. The first home preseason game this Saturday night. Yeah. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us. We're celebrating Blue Friday. Back to you.
All right, Justin, thank you. Italy and Spain may be onto something when it comes to living longer. What a new study has to say about the benefits of living a Mediterranean lifestyle. And the grueling search for wildfire victims continues in Hawaii. A look at why a top official quit and when a replacement will be named.
And if you've been a fan of these cooler temperatures, soak it in now. It's not going to last much longer. Excessive heat watches have already been issued as close as Illinois. This heat is going to expand across the region. So we head into the weekend. I'm timing the hottest air of the year so far in a few minutes.
Every play, every touchdown, every sack, every regular season game. The only place to watch your Indianapolis Colts all season long is CBS4 or Fox 59.
The experienced technicians at ARS Rescue Rooter are ready to solve all of your drain problems. Take advantage of our 83 or it's free mainline drain clearing special. If we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. Call 317-390-5555 to schedule your appointment.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
It just keeps getting worse.
Well, that was too close.
It really ruined everything.
This was it?
I understand. The effects of water can be surprising. Mold feeding on moisture in your crawl space, flooded basements, uneven concrete, and shifting foundations. But it's okay. We got it.
Oh.
At Indiana Foundation Service, we'll do a complete home inspection for free so you can put water back in its place. Schedule a free home inspection today.
We buy any car. Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself means dealing with...
Okay, I'll give you half now.
Okay, and
this.
This is mine. Don't suffer selling your car on your own. Visit WeBuyAnyCar.com to see what your car's worth. We make it easy. Get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price.
Nice.
Get your free online valuation now at
WeBuyAnyCar.com. Lost Indiana Medicaid? Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Prescriptions?
With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
What's the website again?
Healthcare.gov.
Did you know that you don't need any money to hire Ken Nunn and you can become a client right over the phone? Call the Ken Nunn Law Office right now and let them get started on getting you a great settlement.
It's just that easy.
Beat the heat this summer by scheduling your $69 air conditioning tune-up now with ARS Rescue Rooter. An AC tune-up can save you money and help prevent costly breakdowns. Keep your family cool by calling ARS today. Call 317-390-5555 to schedule your appointment.
Happening right now, Indiana Task Force 1 is in the air on the way to Maui to lend their support to wildfire recovery efforts. The group of 70 personnel is made up of a wide variety of specialists, including trauma doctors, nurses, structural engineers, and firefighters. They spent much of yesterday afternoon packing for the trip.
They're set up to do some methodical secondary searches to go back over those areas and make sure we're covering them, looking and searching the entire properties and buildings.
The group is prepared to be gone for 2 weeks at least. On the ground in Hawaii, the heavily criticized head of the Maui Emergency Management Agency has resigned. His exit comes just a day after he defended the decision not to activate warning sirens as wildfires swept toward the town of Lahaina last week. The current death toll now stands at 111. But as Danya Bacchus reports, That total is expected to rise.
Lahaina only at the beginning of the long road ahead of them. Residents consider what's next.
A lot of us haven't even had time to grieve. I mean, we just slowly getting out of the survivor mode.
New aerial footage shows the widespread destruction caused by the deadliest U.S. wildfire in over a century. On the ground, rescue teams are still searching for hundreds of victims, many believed to be children.
A lot of the remains that we're finding are almost unrecognizable. A lot of people got caught in traffic jams in their cars.
Maui's mayor says he will soon announce a new head of the Emergency Management Agency after the former chief resigned abruptly Thursday. Herman Andaya cited health reasons for stepping down a day after he rejected criticism for not activating warning sirens as the wildfire swept into Lahaina.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not.
19-year-old Noah Tompkinson jumped in the ocean along with his mother and younger brother to survive the flames.
I'm just thinking about, all the people's homes and all the people, all the pets, that had nowhere to go.
His family's home is one of the thousands destroyed. He says he can't stress enough how much help the island needs. Danya Backus, CBS News, Maui.
According to the Maui Police Department, a little more than half of the disaster area has been searched so far. Meanwhile, 20,000 people are rushing to escape a wildfire near the capital of Canada's Northwest Territories. The fire is threatening the city of Yellowknife, and officials have ordered all of the residents to leave the area. There's only one highway leading out of the town. Residents without cars waited in long lines to register for emergency flights.
We've never ever seen a wildfire season like this.
Nobody envisioned an event of this scale, and it was just, and it's still really stressful. There's a lot of people left in Yellowknife that are freaking out.
The Yellowknife fire is just one of 1,100 burning across Canada. The record number of fires has contributed to smoke hazardous air quality in parts of the U.S. as well. Well, it is Blue Friday ahead of the Colts game tomorrow. Krista, the question for Jim Irsay, roof open or roof closed? What do you advise?
If I get a vote in there, I say roof open. It is going to be a nice day tomorrow. It's a nice day out there today. It will be warmer tomorrow, but overall we are in a great weather pattern as far as dry conditions, a lot of sunshine, but we are going to be focusing on some heat coming our way. Fortunately, it holds off until at least the second half of the weekend. This is a view out in Whitestown right now, where we've got some of those fair weather cumulus clouds that have developed. We've seen a lot of people out on the course so far today. It's a great day to be outside. Live Guardian radar is dry. Satellite mostly clear. We just have a few of those clouds that are drifting through the area. A lot of sunshine. We're at 71 degrees right now in Indianapolis, 71 in Peru, and 74 in Bloomington as we head through the rest of the afternoon. If you're hoping to get out to the Indiana State Fair for one of these last few days, today's a great day. If I were to pick one, I'd say today's the day to go, just because temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler, very comfortable. But the next couple of days, still great to get out there as well. We'll see high temperatures this afternoon, upper 70s. You might notice a little bit of that haze from Canadian wildfire smoke that has entered the upper levels of the atmosphere overhead once again, but the thickest of the smoke is going to stay to areas in northern Indiana and Michigan. It is Friday night football for those high schoolers tonight. It's back already, and it's going to feel a little more like a fall football game as temperatures by 7 o'clock will be in the mid 70s. As we get into the late evening hours closer to 10 o'clock, we'll see those temperatures slipping into the mid 60s. So if you had plans to be out late this evening, you might want to go ahead and take a sweater with you because temperatures are certainly going to be cooling down tonight. We'll be back down into the mid and upper 50s as we get into Saturday morning. So starting off cool. But as we get into the afternoon, we're going to be a lot warmer. Temperatures are going to climb into the mid 80s, looking at a high of 84 tomorrow. That sunshine around. We carry that sunshine into Sunday. A high of 91 though on Sunday, and that's just the beginning of the heat we're going to see. Already we've seen excessive heat watches issued as close as central Illinois. Those extend back to central Kansas. Zooming out, taking a bigger look at the picture, an area that's already been dealing with a lot of heat this summer. Texas into Oklahoma, excessive heat warnings under place, and and heat advisories in place across many states at this time. We're going to see that heat expanding north and east, even bringing a lot of that heat towards the East Coast as we head into the coming days. And this high pressure hot dome is really here to stay for quite some time. So we're going to get out of that northwesterly flow that's been bringing us these cooler temperatures, and we're going to crank up that thermometer. High of 79 today, and that is the last 70-degree day we'll have for a while. Starting off cool tomorrow, mid-50s, and then we'll see a high of 84 on Saturday. Sunday, a high of 91 would tie the warmest of the year we've had so far. We've hit 91 twice, but we have many chances to beat that. So the hottest air of the year so far, very likely as we get into next week, as we're looking at a high of 93 Monday, 95 Tuesday. As we get into Thursday, that's looking to be the hottest at a high of 96. And once we get into Sunday night, that humidity is going to really ramp up and stick with us through next week as well. Cameron.
All right, Krista, thank you. New research shows adopting the lifestyle that people in Italy and Spain often embrace could help you live longer. The research shows adopting a Mediterranean lifestyle is associated with a lower risk of death from all causes and from cancer. That includes following the diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and limiting salts and sugars. It also includes practicing other healthy habits like getting enough rest, engaging in physical activity, and spending time with friends. Researchers with Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health analyzed the habits of more than 110,000 adults and then followed up 9 years later. People who follow the Mediterranean lifestyle had a 29% lower risk of mortality and a 28% lower risk of cancer mortality. That's compared to those who didn't. The Mediterranean lifestyle also involves social interactions, which researchers say is important for people as they age. Coming up after the break, a look at the cutest thing you might see today. We'll show you social media's reaction to this adorable sloth.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Tom Wood Honda in Anderson.
After the motorcycle accident, we were racking up a lot of medical bills. We heard about Team Green. They're very knowledgeable and basically answer any question you have. We got a lot more than I'd say we got double what we thought. They're for you. They want you to have a better life when they're done.
It's time for the Godby Labor Day sale, where you'll find huge savings store-wide. Take an extra 15% off our lowest prices, or finance your new furniture with no interest for 5 years. Plus, buy one, get one free on select Lazy Boy recliners. Tired of your old mattress? We've got an entire mattress showroom to choose from, and it's all on sale. You want it? Godby's got it. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. The Labor Day sale is going on now at all Godby locations.
That's me before Dawn Power Wash.
Soaking, scrubbing.
That's life. Was life.
Now Power Wash gives me the power of an overnight soak in minutes. I'm sorry, minutes? With 3 cleaning boosters not found in traditional dish soaps that help break down, loosen, and lift away food and grease.
So much faster.
Just spray suds on. No water needed till rinsing. Tougher mess? Let the suds sit a few minutes before wiping. Even cleans
the grill.
Thank you. It's more than soap. It's Power Wash.
I live in a rural area and I am an electric and internet customer. One day I received a check in the mail and I didn't really realize what it was for. Something that I really didn't realize, that I was getting money back for the services that they give to me, which is nice. Being local, you don't really see that from bigger companies. 9 Star is different than others.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
I'm Barbara, and I'm from St. Joseph, Michigan. I'm a retired school librarian. I'm also a library board trustee, a mother of 2, and a grandmother of 2. Basically, I thought that my memory wasn't as good as it had been. I needed all the help I could get. I saw the commercials for Prevagen, I started taking it, and it helped. I noticed my memory was better. There was definite improvement. I've been taking Prevagen for a little over 5 years.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Bob, Debbie, Chris, and Chris. Weeknights on CBS4 News at 5 and 6.
Well, here are some events to add to your weekend planner. Local HVAC company Peterman Brothers is sponsoring Military and First Responders Day at the State Fair today. Active military personnel, veterans, first responders, and their families will receive free admission to the fair. The company will also have a booth at the fair until the 20th. That's where people can sign up to win some prizes. This is the last weekend before the fair closes on Sunday. A video of a sloth is getting a lot of attention online. Take a look. It shows a man carrying a sloth. Luckily, the internet did what everybody is already thinking. A little Jack and Rose from Titanic there for you. Before the music even played, I heard it like I thought that it was already playing. I knew exactly what was going on.
Got a windy day in there too to get the fur going just right. I have to know, I have to look this up, but that's a normal thing for sloths to do when you pick them up, because I've seen that in multiple videos where the arms just go out. So cute. Great weather today, upper 70s, a lot of sunshine. We're dry. We're back into the mid and upper 50s as we get into tomorrow morning. It's a cooler start, but we're going to feel more like we should be by tomorrow afternoon, mid 80s. Our first 90-degree day of a stretch of many comes on Sunday, a high of 91. Cameron, I have a high of 96 so far in the forecast. That's on Thursday. You ready for that heat?
I'm not. I knew we were going to pay for that chilly weather earlier this week.
And a lot.
Krista, thank you. That's going to do it for us today at noon. We're back with more news at 5.